We are. Hey, what's going on with you, man? It's your boy Rizzity, Rizzity. I'm here with your main man, CB. How you doing today, brother? How you doing?
Good, brother. Good, brother. To my right over here, we got a special guest from Arizona Cruise Nights. His name's Jeff, one of the administrators for the page that we got going on. And over there in the corner, we got Big Mike.
Hey, y'all, how you doing, man? Hey, Jeff, man, don't be quiet. Say something. Say hi. Don't be scared of the cameras. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing tonight, man? We out here grooving. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. A lot of important stuff to talk about. It's funny because right before we got on the live, I literally just said, "Hey, when we start talking, when we hit the live button, make sure y'all take care of it." And what do I do? Because I'm so used to saying that
he started talking. This is what he always do. That's why you see how he said that, and I didn't even budge. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna sound like that, and everybody had prepared for it, but he always come through and do that, and that's just what he do. Look,
that's
man.
my bad. Well, hey, since I'm already here live and direct, man, go ahead and like Live Right Podcast, Live and Direct, man. Go ahead and like the Facebook groups we're gonna be talking about. We have my boy Jeff in the building, man. We about to try to go live on Arizona Cruise Nights. All the groups, we have a lot of events we're talking about. We are on Facebook as well. We about to get it in. Jeff, I forgot to tell you, so I'm gonna tell you live and direct right here. I'm gonna put it right here so you can see yourself, but it's gonna be lagging and you're not gonna hear yourself. But it's just people like to look at themselves.
Okay.
So, anyways,
Ain't no mirrors in my house.
I'm gonna give it to y'all. How y'all doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. Started this week off a little slow. Didn't know what was really gonna happen. I didn't want to go to work, but ended up going to work. Not because I had to, but got a little bored at home. You can only play video games for so long, and then I got to grow up again. So, man. What's up with you, Chris? Man, how you?
Not much chilling, man. Saturday night was live, man. We went out to Jackson Street, 15th Street in Jackson. It was packed, man. It was more packed than I've seen in a long time, man.
See, I got to.
Just so you know, there might have been somebody out there in the 79 Monte Carlo green one, taking over a corner spot on 3 wheels and stuff. I don't know who that might have been, but
Hope they didn't bust no cylinder or nothing like that.
Cylinders, no, I don't think he did this time, man. But I think he made it home safe, just so you know, man.
Hey.
It was a good night, though, man. There was a lot of people out there.
You don't always got a low ride. When you low ride, make sure you scrape.
Actually, I did my good deed for the month, man. So one of my homies, his cousins moved down from Colorado, man. He's a little 16-year-old guy, man, and he's never been on a lowrider before. He's never been on a lowrider with switches or anything like that. So he asked me, he goes, "Hey, man, you might take my cousin out." I said, "Oh, man, I'll take him out. I'll
Solid.
Yeah, I'll take him out. I'll put him in the ride and I'll hit, stuff." So we cruised from my house down to Jackson Street, man, and he was sitting next to me, just a cheese smile, man, just like ear to ear smile.
Oh, man, that's dope right there, man. That's the whole thing right there. That's clean, man. You might have inspired that kid to go and do something great out here, man. That's dope.
And I told him on the way over there, just conversation and stuff, and I go, "Hey, man, you got a girlfriend yet?" He goes, "Nah, man, I'm ready to go down here." I said, "Don't worry, after tonight you will if you ain't shy." I said, "Because you're going to see all these girls out here, man." I said, all you got to do is go up and talk to him, man. Be a man and talk to him. He was out there talking to him.
Oh,
He was out there. He wasn't shy. I thought he was going to be shy, but he wasn't.
Oh, man, he young and vibrant, man. He out here. He trying to show you something.
Dude,
Any road in the low up here. Oh, yeah, man. That's that move right there.
And he had his dickies creased hard. They look stiff, boy. He had his hair slicked back.
Man, mine ain't that crease right now, but you know what's up.
He was in it for reals, man.
Hey, I don't know who Francis H is. Does anybody know Francis H?
Francis H.
But he's asking what's the topics, dudes? And he said
from the Netherlands.
Greeting from
Netherlands.
Oh,
damn, what's up?
The more the merrier, baby. We're doing good, man. You know what we do out here in Arizona, man. If we ever out here in the States, we out here cruising on Jackson Street, man. There's a lot of people out there. My boy Chris is supposed to pull up on me on Saturday night, but he said it was too busy.
Oh, yeah.
In Jackson, he couldn't pull up, man. I've seen a couple of videos. You know what I do really appreciate is that people do show their feedback on the positive note when it comes to the videos, and I seen it was just crowded. The first time when I had got down there, I was able to walk around with my cane. I had a little bit of 3-4 inches to, walk on my cane and do my thing. But it looked very busy. With that being said, for it being busy, it also has to be taken care of. And being taken care of is definitely a topic we want to talk about today, is because first and foremost, Jeff, I'm going to ask you, because I think that you were telling me today, everybody tuning in, hey, how y'all doing? Everybody tuning in. Welcome. My boy Jeff right here is from Arizona Cruise Nights Facebook group. I want to ask you firsthand, man, because you were talking about the way the streets are mixed aligned with being more, I want to say incognito, but there's more opportunity for you to do what we got to do out there versus being closer to the streets where you can get shut down and you can do this and do that. So what do you think about that, man?
As far as Jackson is the best place anywhere in Phoenix. It unites the north, the south, the east, the west. We're getting a lot of people from Mesa, Chandler. The guys from Glendale are coming down, South Phoenix. We're all getting along. And we've got a little issue with all the vendors. We got an issue with the trash. The people that own businesses and rent businesses down there, they haven't seen that street as clean ever since Marco, myself, Hank, Jose, a lot of other people have come in, cleaned up Jackson. We've had a good time. This Saturday is going to be our 8th cruise since Glendale has been shut down. Some people are trying to bring it back to Glendale, but the police aren't having it. We just need to be positive and clean up after ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. So first question, I don't know if you can answer this, but I'm just going to go ahead and ask it. I did hear you say vendors. So 2 parts. This is a 2-parter. 2-part. Hey, can I get a 2-parter here? The first part is there an official group of people that handle this? Second part is, are there vendors that go and ask for these permissions, or they just go at their own recognizance because they see that everybody's there? It's a thank you. Thank you. I can't spell the word. I know I can't spell it. Don't ask me to spell the word. But they're doing it at their own recognizance, where it's like, hey, there's a spot, it's opportunity, let's go and sell. Or they're being like, hey, look, the people that run the Jackson Cruise Night, we have opportunity to sell there. How is that working? And how do we want to close the gap on that if something's not working how it's supposed to?
Well, I'm not in charge of the vendors. I mean, the vendors are just showing up.
On their own recognizance.
Yeah. So, I mean, there has been guys out there like Hank or Candy Girl Ice Cream, the ice cream.
Oh, yeah, I see her on the corner.
Yeah, she's been there since day one.
Yeah.
Jose with Bridia Tacos. He's been there.
I eat them tacos too.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been there since day one. These guys have licenses. So if anybody was to check them from the health department or wherever, they're legit. They pay taxes. They're legit. Now what we're seeing is anybody with a truck and an ice chest, But again, there's other people showing up. Last weekend, Que Suave Tacos at 19th Avenue and Broadway.
Que Suave.
He was there. Good tacos, but he's got a business. He's got permits and everything else. And now we're seeing, guys saying, hey, I want to sell lemonade or I want to sell whatever. And I'm just saying, be careful. And the problem is, Mike, with a lot of the vendors or licensed or non-licensed vendors that are showing up, what I'm seeing is now people are getting irritated, or whatever. And this thing,
I can see the frustration if we put together something and we're out here and you didn't even contact no one that's involved in putting this together, and then you show up and then you're making a profit off of something that we put together, that we facilitated and did all this, and then you're not even cleaning up after yourself, nor do you have the proper permits or anything for any of that, then yeah, I can see the frustration. That's like someone coming into your job and you sell phones, and then I come and set up a booth in front of your phone store, and like, yep, I sell phones for the low. Yeah,
How you doing,
yeah.
Kevin and Eileen?
What's up, Kevin and Eileen? Joining in like always. What's up, fam?
Yeah, no, real talk. And with that being said, I definitely don't want to be the angel and the devil on the shoulder. And I definitely don't want to say that in a bad way, but if there's not a number for me to call and say, hey, who's running this joint because I want to be a part of it, your hustler ambition, you're just going to want to go and make that money.
Right.
But regardless, for that being said, I want to show up and let these people know that I'm on my best behavior. And not best behavior as being rude or getting into it with people and that. I mean as, hey, my business is running accordingly and I can do what I got to do without being put in,
Well, it's not a flea market. And it's not a circus.
Exactly.
All of us guys want to come out and cruise.
There you go, sir.
And I just want to have a good time. And so do you guys. You know, Chris, you want to show off your car. I want to show off my truck. A lot of these guys just want to have a good time. And
That's for everyone.
Oh, this one. There you go.
and that's what it's all about. A lot of these guys just want to enjoy their weekend. It's been stressful. Everybody's got problems.
Yeah.
Let's not make any more than we already have. And honestly, my own personal opinion, we don't need vendors. I'll bring my own beer and
Food.
pop and when I'm done, I throw it in my cooler and I take it home and I throw it in my trash, not on the street.
Let's see who.
Touche.
Anybody listening right now, first and foremost, I appreciate y'all tuning in right now. If y'all been on Jackson Street and y'all out there cruising, or y'all even a part of the lowrider community, whether you're on Jackson or any other places cruising, what do y'all feel about vendors going in there and doing what they gotta do?
The other thing is, should we put the vendors under the 16th Street Bridge?
That'd be perfect.
Well,
That'd be perfect.
but how do I get these guys to do it?
So it's a whole line of them. So they are
Yeah,
right there.
so
That's
let's put everybody under the bridge. Everybody can be civil, but when you say you want tacos and I want a hot dog, then we're all right there. We're not spread up in the street.
Yeah, and it ain't no
Because-
fighting about it.
Because what's happening is the vendors get there at 4:00 and they go, I'm here.
Right.
This is my spot. And me as a cruiser go, wait a minute, where do I park?
Where can I park?
It's gotten to be crazy.
Yeah.
So if I could get Hank, if I could get Marco, if I could get Jose, all my brothers and sisters to get these guys under the 16th Street Bridge, then if you make an oil stain, it's not in front of my business.
Right.
Because the fastest way to get this thing shut down is muddy up your business.
Yep.
And make it look horrible. We caught the graffiti guys and we did take care of that. Marco did an excellent job of getting Tino out there to repaint that. We want positivity. All we want to do is listen to music and look at nice cars and look at some nice women.
Yeah. Some beautiful women.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
man,
what?
you can't-
And I get that, and see how I just jumped out.
So we
No, I do like it. Like when I went to Jackson Street the last time that I was there, it was nice to see that like we still promote these days is that being in the lowrider community ain't always about like when I was younger, when I used to go and do something like this, my first thing was like, who's there? Is there gonna be issues? Is there gonna be problems on some gangbang type of shit?
We haven't
But
had
it wasn't, yeah. But it wasn't. So when I went out there, it was awesome to see kids that have they had their folding chairs out there. You see them, their mom next to them, and then they had their ice chest, and people can walk down there, and it was awesome. It was a nice change of pace. It wasn't too crazy, and I really appreciate it because I've not felt once that I was, you know, in immediate danger. I don't know, and I'm not gonna lie, being fat, I know we're talking about the vendor people. There was the dude, the very first dude, Jose, I believe, that did the PDO tacos.
Yeah.
I wanted to go over there, but it was busy, so I didn't walk across the street. But anyway, you know what? I know.
that's
I
why-
walk with a cane, so you know.
That's why if we had all the vendors under the 16th Street Bridge, but I don't know how to get that across to our community.
And then hold them responsible for all their trash.
Through that microphone right
Well,
there, through these cameras, you're getting it through them right now.
yeah, I know
This is the
that.
best way to do it. This is the best way to do that. You know?
Hey, look, if you want to come out and you want to make money at this event, then be respectful and be where you be at. You know what I mean? If that all the vendors
Well-
are right here, because you're probably gonna gain more money if we can go down there to this one spot and just walk under the bridge and all the food vendors
Yeah.
are there. You're gonna get more. You're gonna get more because, like he just said, oh, I was walking, but I didn't want to cross the street.
Or stand in the street, waiting for
Yeah.
the food, blocking traffic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing about
And,
it.
and if I'm coming to
But-
sell my food, then I mean that's
But-
easy to do.
But let me say one thing. I don't own Jackson Street. You guys don't own Jackson Street.
Right.
So how do you tell an individual?
Because they just gonna come and do what they want
Yeah.
to do, right? Well,
And-
what about when you can't come here?
Well, it's a free street.
Yeah,
Anybody
it's,
can come there.
it's a free street, but us as a community, if we get together and be like, you know what, since you're refusing to do this, right? All right, then nobody that comes here is gonna mess with you. So you're gonna have a truck out there, and then nobody will just be going by there because you're not abiding by that. The laws and rules they apply to everything.
Yeah, but this is just like a pop-up that Chris, Marco, myself, and a few other guys did. I'm not the head of Jackson. I'm a part of Jackson, no different than you guys are.
Yeah.
We're all united.
I mean, so we
But-
go.
Wait, how many guys are there?
That put the Jackson Cruise on.
Yeah.
Well, there's a handful of guys that suggested it, but there's no one person. You know
Is there
what?
5 people? Is it the Jackson 5?
The Jackson 5.
I've had it on my back pocket since we started.
That's dope.
Is this in fact the Jackson 5?
So let's put this out there real quick. Real quick. Since suggestion was brought up for the 16th Street vendors underneath the bridge, I mean that'd be it'd be safer for the kids. They're not having to wait in the street. They're not having to wait for somebody, out of the middle of the street waiting for their tacos or whatever it may be, ice cream or whatever it may be. I'm sure if we can get a hold of each vendors when they're out there before they set up. I know that some of them get out there at 4 o'clock, some of them get out there at 8 o'clock. A lot of the cruisers get out there early too, so that they can get their parking spots or their good parking spots. So I'm gonna put that out there right now. If any of you cruisers, people in the lowrider community that go out there early on Jackson Street and you see these guys pulling up, make a suggestion to them to park underneath the 16th Street Bridge. Let's just get it at a centralized location
Man,
so that everybody knows where to go. You can park your car down the street, walk down the street, look at all the cars and people, whatever you want to
go
do.
eat.
Go get some food, walk back to your car, you look at all the people.
And it's low key at the end. It's a perfect spot.
Yeah, and it's huge, man. It's a huge spot. It's a like 2 cul-de-sacs on each side.
And then you can set up your little
Yeah.
canopies if you want
You
to,
do
whatever you
need
want to do.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, if we don't keep this place, the street clean,
Right.
it will get shut down.
Yep.
And then where do we go? Phoenix has been awesome to work with. I've talked to the police. They're okay. But as soon as they get that call, it's all over.
Right.
And it'll be Glendale again. It'll be like Grand Avenue was, Mill and Central and all that. And then where do we go? I'm trying to unite everybody and
What
and,
up?
and be a better,
What's up, Day One? How you doing? That's my own girl, Alexandria.
Everything all has
What's
to
up,
come
everyone?
down to we have to make sure that this not comes to the point where it comes to a situation where it's like, hey, are we gonna ruin our opportunity here? That's what it really comes down to. Because I think a lot of people love to go out there and just cruise.
Yeah.
So and what the thing to me, what baffles me is that the topic is not even the cars.
Yeah.
It's not even who goes up and down the street. It's not even who parks and shows off their whips. It's none of that. It all has to do with anybody on the side. It's the
Shit you
side
learned at home.
vendors.
Clean up after yourself.
It's the side vendors. Anybody doing whatever, whatnot. I'm not gonna lie. I think Grizzly, some dude. I don't remember what the dude's name was, but he was he had a little Chevy truck. I don't know if it was an S10. Was it an older truck? I don't
No,
know
it
what
was an S10 little.
But he had his. He was selling stuff. He was selling keychains and flasks.
Yep.
I don't know if you know who that is, but keychains, flasks, it was like wooden flasks, whatever. But he just had it on his hood.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey man, I'm selling these for $10. You know, we're like, hey, that's dope. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool.
Yeah.
And it was like, that right there was okay. We're walking by and we actually did like something. Because we're like, hey, he's a Chevy man. He wanted to buy a Chevy flask, $10. The dude said, hey, we ain't got no cash, we got Zelle. It was a real quick transaction, no harm, no foul. I think that's harmless.
Right.
But when it comes, I think it's more or less the food, because obviously the food, it has a situation. The people, but when it comes to like oil, you know,
Well, then get
anything you got to dispose of, cups, because even if you're trying to be the cleanest vendor out there, quote unquote, but you sell 100 cups to people,
50 of them.
you can't control from there. You can't control what those 100 people do with those 100 cups.
Right.
So not only with the vendors, everybody out there, y'all gotta see the trash cans and gotta drop them in.
So the one thing we did last week, we went to Raul with the mint, and we went to SRP, and Raul donated the cardboard trash cans.
So
Nice.
Okay, so thank you.
Even better.
Thank you, Raul. Thank you, SRP. They're good people, and they're here for the community. So we've got the trash thing down. Okay. The biggest thing is now we've got vendors fighting over whose spot is this, what spot, and it's going to ruin it, Mike, for everybody.
yeah,
Because to be honest with you, I don't spend a lot of money on Jackson. I bring what I need because I don't know if they're going to be there or not. I pull up in my truck, have a good time, cruise just like Chris does, and pretty soon it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We go, shit, it's time to go home.
yeah.
You know, and it's cheap entertainment.
And it's funny because Chris, the same thing. He can't. He say, hey, right after the Jackson Street cruise, I'm gonna come and slide by your way. And he had messaged me. He's like, hey man, it's crazy as hell. There's a lot of people out here. You know, he ain't going home. We got one comment. We need to see the other. What is that?
Other places, different areas.
Yeah,
That way one spot
don't
doesn't
get
get
overpopulated.
and trashed. I like to take a bit for that one. Being overpopulated and trashed, I mean, it doesn't just because you're overpopulated, it doesn't necessarily need to be trashed. I think that more people need to take responsibility for their own things that they either bring to the cruise or buy from the cruise and dispose of later. Like I said on the last post, a couple posts ago, or podcast a couple episodes ago, keep the area clean like you keep your ass clean. You know, pick up after yourself. You know, your mom's not out there unless you're younger and your mom is out there. Then hopefully she cleans up after you. But nobody.
I thought that was going to hold up. I thought it was going somewhere else. My bad. I was like, shit.
If you bring it to the cruise, like you were mentioning your ice chips, if you bring them to your cruise, you bring a 12-pack of beer, you bring chips, whatever it may be. Make sure that 12-pack of beer cans either goes in the trash or goes home with you, man. It's plain and simple. You got to get out your car anyways. Walk by your trash can, dispose of it. Then
You know,
go next week.
I bring my kids, but I also whoop my kids. So,
I'll line them up, man. I'll help you. Shoot.
I don't even know help whooping mine. They already know what it is.
I'm all about
You come with me, you leave with me, and you gonna pick up everything they brought.
Well, there's a big green waste management trash can at 15th Avenue in Jackson that we've been using. The guy's cool, and even a beer can or two, throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
We're not here to pick up.
It's a lot of homeless around there. Y'all could just have a plastic bag,
That's exactly
and they
what
would take all that.
But I thought they had recently just this.
that zone is what they're cleaning up, not that area.
Yeah, no, there isn't a lot of homeless. Actually, we've deterred a lot of that
Yeah, but I mean,
Because-
up the street, 2 blocks
Well,
over.
at East Lake Park, there's a few.
I mean, we could go drop the cans off.
Yeah.
We all put them in a bag.
Well-
I don't mind sliding through there and dropping them off to them. They're gonna make some money out of it.
And Marco said if somebody were to come down, there's like $50 worth of aluminum and plastic that we're throwing away every weekend because there is a bunch of people,
Huh.
you know. So yeah,
Maybe,
No,
maybe we
no,
can
yeah,
talk to
yeah,
a couple of
yeah,
homeless
yeah.
people and say, hey, man, you came
Oh,
up,
I'm homeless.
you came up the spot after we leave. You know, we'll get you.
So if they get 50 off of that plus an extra 50,
Yeah.
Hold on, we got a couple comments we definitely gotta read because
Ooh,
it's
shit.
hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and read this and we'll let it pop up on the screen. Cruising is banned in Phoenix. Did y'all know this? Question mark. The only vendors there should be the ones cleaning. They are the ones making the money and most of the mess. No bullying,
No bullying, no hating.
hating, or talking down to people. That is not part of low riding community. Sad for everyone putting all this energy for the wrong spots. Could you please elaborate on the wrong spots? Because I feel like it's not necessarily the spot. It's more or less how it's getting taken care of. Because everybody is not there. There's no issues of anybody coming down. And are you putting them back on?
I'm ready.
No one?
I'm ready.
I don't think there's nobody that's doing bad things. It's all has to do with who had. Look at this guy, Jeff Popular.
no,
It's you probably get messages like I know that.
you know who it is Marco's wife. Let me see.
Go ahead if you need an answer.
No, it's a Marco. No,
So,
never mind.
so real quick, back to the comment
Yeah.
from Marisol. Hey, I personally invite you to come on the podcast next Wednesday to elaborate and talk about, you know, your comment that you're making about the cruising being banned and stuff like that, and hear what else you have to say. I mean, it's an open forum, as you can tell. We talk about anything, you know. So I personally invite you to the next podcast next Wednesday at 8:00. Come on down. We would love to hear from you and your side of view about the cruising and
Oh,
on all this other stuff going on. So please, if you want to really be heard, come on here next Wednesday.
But she made a good point. Like I said, the vendors are making the most money. Like people
They
are bringing their cars out there, and you guys don't get paid for that. And I say you guys because I ain't got mine yet. But when I get none, I probably ain't gonna get paid either. But
So the
For
vendors
sure.
are making the most money.
Right.
The thing is this, and I think Jeff. I keep
And
wanting
but
to
they
say,
also-
I keep wanting to fucking say Jeff.
Well, you can. You can.
Hey,
It's okay.
hey, Jeff could agree with me here. And we don't care about the money, man. Everybody has their separate lives outside of this joint.
Right.
If we wanted to make money, they can do the competitions. They can do this, whatever, what have you. This is a community-driven, like, hey, bro, let's just show out what you got. Let's see what cars you
And
got. Let's just relax
you-
and chill.
but-
We're not trying to make no money, but the vendors obviously,
they
gotta
are.
live.
That's what I'm saying. They are trying to make money. And at the end of the day, if the vendors aren't held responsible for cleaning up all the shit that they sell, then we're gonna have to pay somebody to pick up after them. You know what I mean? So if you guys
Well-
want to sell your stuff, then pay somebody, some workers to come and clean.
But see, that's what Marco, me, Hank, and a bunch of other La Perla, bunch of other people that I didn't mention. We stayed until 2:30 in the morning, I guess, to pick up garbage from other people. You know, and we don't want this thing to go away. And I will tell you, these vendors are flirting with danger because somebody's going to get their feelings hurt, Mike. And it's gonna get shut down. And then where do you go? You can't go back to Glendale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's true. And then we got,
Those vendors should be allowed.
I got the one comment that I said I totally agree with my boy Chris. If you're grown, going out there, pick up after yourselves. If there's trash cans around, I feel like some people don't even care. Then I had another comment that said Chris yells at us when we leave our trash at his house. And then I got shout out to my big brother, cause my big brother, bro. I love him.
Right on, man. Right on, brother.
And then I also got Marisol back, what she was saying. She said no vendors should be allowed.
Okay, so hold on. So again, Marisol, how can we control no vendors being allowed there? Please give us an example of that. How can us as cruisers, as the Laredo community, we can't stop an ice cream person from sitting on a corner selling ice cream. We can't stop the
because at the end of the day,
local
it's
people.
it's free.
Yeah, we can't stop the old lady walking around with those balloons, that
The flowers.
Yeah, we can't stop that. How can we stop that when we physically don't own or have permits to be in that spot? It's like Jeff said earlier. It's
Like a
open.
walk-up,
It's free game for everybody. How can we suggestions? Please give us suggestions on how us as a community can regulate that vendors. I mean, I have a certain thing, things I can say. Why don't we just park our cars right in front of their vans and trucks and not move? Park them right in front of them, but they can't sell nothing. That's but that's creating hatred. That's creating.
It's not crazy, but
animosity.
I mean, well, look, if you're gonna come and sell your stuff, then stay with us till 2 a.m. and clean. You know what I mean?
Oh, see,
How are we gonna kick out other people though? We're not responsible. We're not having that.
that's just low.
Yeah.
We're not having. We don't have that ability to.
Sorry, I got the low.
I can't walk
I
up
got the low light
to
on
a visitor
that
here and say, "Hey man, you know what? We don't want your car here anymore. Get out of here." Who am I to say that to him? I'm nobody. I'm just a person in the Laredo community. I know, but how? How can you stop that? It's a street. How can you stop somebody from posting? Up on the
Because
street?
they haven't. The only way to stop that would be for everybody to put in money to blocking it off like a block party when you pay the city, and then they say, okay, you guys are here, you can only allow that because you guys paid for that. And who wants to do that every Saturday? Who knows how much that costs?
Yeah, and actually, I think hold on. Let's bring this woman on. I think is. Hello.
Hello, Jeff. It's me, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie, you're live on the podcast. Do you see it?
I really don't care, but you know what? Check this out. You seen a video on there saying what I did, and someone posted a video of the cars cruising by, and they see where I was set up, and you guys don't see that, and that's pretty sad. How there are so many old grown people that are there that are running this whatever. Like I said, I already said from the point I told someone, well, I put it on there and said, I'm going out there this weekend to South Fry Bread. Who do I talk to? And there's a girl that commented on there and said, talk to whoever. And when I got there, I was waiting for that person. But when I got there and started setting everything up, I don't know who the short guy on a bike was that started yelling, talking shit, saying $50 this and that. Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about.
That was Hank. That was Hank and Jose. Hank is with High Class, and Jose was with the Pretty Tacos.
Exactly, but the sad part about it is why y'all gonna be jumping on something like that, knowing damn well what I've done. There's a video right there that a guy that was sitting right across from us posted just now, showing you people that I wasn't set up for. You said I went and got all kind of grease and stuff on the ground. I did not even go anywhere where you guys were cruising. I was all the way at the end of the cruise. I'm talking about 13th Street and Jackson. I was nowhere between 13th and whatever way that way towards where you guys were at.
Hey.
That's bullshit. Not cool because you guys are all grown. I bet you a lot of you guys are older than me, and you guys are putting this on social media. You guys, that's not cool. But you know what? I'm not gonna back down. You guys ain't gonna scare me off. Everybody can do whatever, just like I already said, and I'm saying already, I'm gonna go back again, and this time I'm gonna make it better, and I'm gonna show you guys out too, because I do have people that already supported me on this, and best believe me, I'm not gonna run away like you guys think I'm gonna do. All these ladies that are talking all that shit, I bet you half of them don't even know how to cook. A lot of them are running around here acting like little 13, 15-year-old girls, but they ain't that fucking young. They're all old, probably almost 60 years old, trying to act like they're fucking kids. And also for the men too. They sound just like a little boy. They ain't no fucking damn teenagers. They're grown-ass men with white fucking hair on their balls. Acting kid like a kid. Chill the fuck out already, man.
Hey, Bonnie, Bonnie, I'm listening. Bonnie, could you give me 2 seconds, Bonnie, please. I respect everything you're saying. I love that the way that you're saying is definitely because you care. and it is best.
You know, check this shit out. I'm gonna tell y'all motherfuckers this. I'm a fucking woman. I grew up without a fucking dad. My dad was a fucking dad. Bison from I don't know where the fuck from Mexico. I never met
Why are
him.
you so
I don't know
angry?
where the fuck I went back. Do you know how fucking hurt I am over this shit? That's just the reason why I'm taking this shit seriously. Y'all motherfuckers don't know me very well, and you guys want to throw dirt on me. You know, motherfucking real gangsters don't let that shit ride. We're gonna roll all the way to the end until the tires fall off.
What the?
Like y'all say about your low riders, we can ride to the end, motherfuckers. We don't play that shit. I grew up right there. East Lake Park, hell yeah, I grew up there. Hell yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm walking my fucking foot at. I ain't no bitch, and I ain't gonna be a punk. Ain't nobody gonna fucking run me off. Hell no. I'm down for a fucking scrap any day too. I didn't do 4 years in fucking DOC for none either.
God damn.
Hey,
Hell no.
Bonnie.
Bonnie, hold on.
Bonnie.
Can we ask you a couple questions, please?
Ask me whatever.
so hi, this is Chris from the podcast. I got a couple of questions and maybe couple comments for you.
Right.
First of all, this is.
What you guys want to say? I want to hear what you guys gonna say.
All right, well, give me a chance to talk then. So, first of all, I appreciate you coming on the show or wanting to be, having your voice heard. So now we weren't necessarily talking about you or anything else that was going on because we chose not to talk about that situation. We were talking about as a whole community and as all the vendors. We weren't singling nobody out. But if you want to come on here and have an attitude, talk about being gangster and all this other stuff, that's the kind of shit. Wait a minute. Now hold on. Let me talk. We let you talk. Let me talk. That's the kind of shit that we're talking about that we don't need at these cruises. We don't need some 40-year-old woman that did 10 years of prison trying to fight.
You want someone to walk up to your mom and start yelling at them. Your mom would appreciate
Nobody's yelling at your mom. Nobody's yelling at you, man. Nobody's yelling at you. Look. Okay, so I see that you're not going to stop. Hold on. Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, hold on, Bonnie.
See?
Okay.
Look, that's the type of shit I'm talking about.
Bonnie, it's Jeff.
Man,
Hold.
that's the type of shit.
No.
I know, but I think she's talking about the vendors and all that.
Right.
I know
She's
that.
talking about us in person.
Hey, let's.
She's tripping once she's cripping.
It's shit like this. Shit like this.
Can we be civil just for like 5 minutes?
Who?
No.
See?
What?
Oh, wait a minute.
Bonnie.
Who?
Bonnie.
I wasn't there, Bonnie.
Hold on.
I don't think she's talking about us. She's talking about somebody else. I'm sure.
Bonnie, I'm gonna give me a chance. I'm trying to be neutral. That was Jose, not me. Okay. I came on this podcast, Mike and Chris and Grizzly, and we want to figure this thing out.
Shout out to Grizzly.
Okay?
sir.
So Chris is gonna ask you a question. Will you answer the question?
You don't have to be.
Okay,
What? I know. Here he goes. Go ahead.
Hey, Bonnie. So I guess the question is, I understand your frustration. This conversation that we're having tonight wasn't directed towards you, and I know how you feel, and I've seen the stuff on the Facebook and everything else like that. But listen, okay, Bonnie, just listen, please. Give me a minute.
He's gonna ask you a question, please.
So if you tune into the podcast a couple of weeks ago, or even for the past week or so like that, you would see that every podcast that we put on so far, I always mention keep the spot clean like you keep your ass clean. So everything that we're talking about tonight wasn't directed towards you. It's directed towards everybody that journeying up the spot. Now, if you had an issue with somebody there, you need to take it up with that person or those people that you had the issue with. And now I understand you want to come on the show. I understand, but this hostility and stuff like that, you're directing that to the wrong people, because we had absolutely nothing to do with any of the decisions that were made at the cruise or anything like that. I'm trying to get it straight where we could keep cruising and keep having events like this so that it doesn't get shut down. Now I understand you're frustrated. I understand you want to give your background and all this other stuff, but my question is, when not so.
When
I
you coming on the show, Bonnie?
Yeah, you want to come on the show and talk about this? You want to the invitation
How do
there.
I do that?
You tell us that you want to be on the show, and we'll get in contact with you tonight. We do it every Wednesday night at 8:00.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll let it be known too. I'll
Okay.
let people know who I am because you know what? I'm not cool with this because if someone was to do this to you or someone that you love, knowing damn well that, knowing that I'm innocent, I know what I did.
Right.
I'm not just anybody. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma. I'm a wife. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter of somebody. I'm not just anybody. I have seizures. I have epilepsy. And this is one of the things that I do for a living. Is selling food to fucking damn provide for my kids. I also make jewelry. I also do fucking other things to help out the community, volunteer.
I need my sound card.
To homeless people. Some of the money that I make here goes back to the fucking community. I go buy food for the homeless people, make sandwiches, late hours of the fucking night, and go out and give out food and water every fucking other day. Do you people understand where I'm coming from with this? And I do this with my kids at 100 fucking degree fucking temperatures. And that is so sad how you people are so quick to judge about where the fuck I'm coming from.
We aren't though.
We're not judging. We're not judging you, Bonnie. We're not judging you.
Fucking all that crap. No. You don't even know. I did time. I will go again. Like I told folks, because they
It's not about that.
All right.
fucking do time again. Best believe this bitch will come back crazier more than ever before.
All right. Hey, Bonnie. I'm gonna shut that down real quick. Bonnie.
I'm doing the best that I can to raise my kids.
Why are you
But
so
there's people like
hostile,
this that are
Bonnie?
standing in my way, trying to fuck up my motherfucking hustle. You know what? I'm
Why
gonna
you
go back
hus-
and tell you like it is too, because a real woman will not let down, especially if she's a motherfucking provider of her home. Come on now.
Okay,
That's what
Bonnie, first,
Tupac singing all these fucking damn songs.
Bonnie.
Tupac.
Bonnie!
I don't even.
Bonnie!
First of all, I don't even like
Bonnie,
pop.
Hold on. Okay. This is your boy Mike, man. Bonnie, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you had got to say. You kind of went a little outlandish there. I ain't gonna lie to you. But let me tell you this. I'm telling you this right now. First and foremost, what we do with the Live Ride podcast is we want to hear everybody's situation on how they feel. We appreciate how you feel, and that's awesome. Unfortunately, people have different takes, and I definitely see that you're very, passionate about that. You're passionate about what you're saying. I definitely feel like if you want to continue to talk about more of the situation, I'd love to have you on the podcast. At the end of the day, all we're trying to do is promote is
Positivity.
The whole thing is just positive.
Unity.
Everybody has a great, experience the unity and just keep moving forward.
Keep the culture alive, man. God damn.
The kids and taking care of their own and all that good stuff. Just to let you know, what we are not the people that are commenting, nor making videos, nor doing anything of that sort. All we're doing is we're just talking about a situation that we've seen on the groups. So I definitely appreciate that you.
So
had
what's
your
with all the
input.
hostility?
Everybody that are listening has heard your side. And if you want to come on, I'll link it up with Jeff and I can get you on here and move forward.
I'm so down for that. Let's believe me. But
Are you gonna be so angry?
I'm not the one to show out. I'm more
You're
of a
so-
person that's gonna let you know what's up here. But you know what? If you come to me in my face, and especially in front of my kids, and yelling, who the fuck you think you are? Who are you? What are you doing here? Who told you you can come here? If you're gonna be here, you gotta give me $50 right now, or else I'm gonna call whoever. What's his name? Hank. I'll bring Hank over here. I'll tell Hank get the fuck out of here. All right. Well, I'll be waiting. And I had to throw my hand making a bread, looking right at you. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
wow.
Go ahead, bring up people.
Why you,
All right,
Bonnie? Why are you so
Bonnie,
angry?
hold on.
Bonnie.
About the damn $50 that's supposed to be made. I don't know nothing about all that. That's the reason
It was
why.
for the porta
Before
johns.
I said a couple
Bonnie,
days
Bonnie,
before
Bonnie,
Saturday, I said, who's
Miss
in charge?
Miss Bonnie.
So I could go sell. Nobody didn't answer, right?
Miss Bonnie, Miss Bonnie, why you so angry?
I'm mad. You know that? You know what?
I know you're mad, but you're hold on. But I'm just trying to you don't have to go, you don't gotta go to level 10 right now. Like
I'm
you
at level fucking 60 while you playing. You fucking with my life, you fucking with my business, you fucking on my fucking around on my Facebook. Do you guys know who the Navajo Nation is?
oh Lord.
Hey, Bonnie, you have a good night.
We want to
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
We gonna have to shut it down, Bonnie. I appreciate her input, but it was
Too
too
much.
long. We couldn't go on. I'm gonna read a couple of these comments. The couple comments is the first comment was I had to go back a little bit.
Shit, Bonnie done took up all the time.
It says you all do know what happened this Saturday. The social media post against her. Come on, guys, you all know. Yes, we do know.
We did. That's why we weren't bringing it up. We were bringing up the whole situation. We didn't single out just one person. We brought up the whole community. If you watch the last podcast or the podcast before that, you would see.
blowing Jeff shit up now.
I always say clean up after yourself, like you keep your ass clean. It's not towards one person. It's towards everybody in the community. It's not towards Bonnie. I'm sorry that she's having issues like that.
Oh, guess who's chiming in? Jose.
Oh,
shit. Now we got Jose. Hey.
Here's the other side.
you don't gotta get too close. That's a good mic, bro. There you go.
Wait, turn it down. You're getting feedback.
Too loud, brother. Too loud.
You're too loud, Jose.
There you go. You're good now. You're good now. All right, go ahead.
Wait, hold on.
Where she was at.
Wait, say that again.
I just came out.
Call him on the regular phone. Call
No, it has to be on the podcast.
because they can't hear you.
No, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay, like I said, I'm out here on Jackson. I'm at the address where she was posted at. I posted it up on there. I posted a video. I went live. I'm gonna let her to come out here. But I guarantee you guys that she's not gonna come out and fucking clean that area if she fucking dirties it. You know what I mean? I hired a guy to come out here and clean up that oil, that leftover flour that she threw on the floor. And yeah, she tried to come over here last night after I done cleaned it. You know what I mean? That's where I don't understand this woman. And you guys can see, you know, she likes arguing. She don't like fucking nobody to. Everybody that tries to talk to her, she thinks they're putting her down. They're trying to knock her house go down, whatever. You know what I mean?
Y'all post
Yeah.
that?
We're not.
Y'all put that up?
All we wanted from her
Oh,
for her
good.
to clean up her area. But she
Well,
didn't.
Well, and the $50 was for the porta johns.
The $50, of course, for every vendor is gonna be charged $50, and that's gonna go towards porta johns.
Oh, hold on. Can you say that again one more time? Jose, can you say that one more time?
I'm trying to get porta potties out here
Okay.
for everybody.
And the vendors are going to be charged how much money?
Me as a vendor, you know, I'm getting other vendors,
Okay.
and they're gonna put up, you know, $50 to go towards porta pots.
Okay. Hey, Bonnie,
You
you
know,
hear that?
we need
She
this.
knows that.
Obviously, we
Okay.
need this out. We need this out here because we don't want the businesses complaining about they go outside their business when they pull up and there's urine. You know what I mean in their parking lot because half the people will, you know, just take a piss wherever they need to.
Yep, that's true.
And obviously, we don't need that. You know, we need to get some porta pots out here. And me as a vendor, I'm trying to get everybody involved. Now, she didn't want to get involved. She didn't want nothing to do with it. She said that, you know, like she tells everybody, she's a single mother, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? It ain't my fault. You know what I mean?
She prayed the
He,
victim.
he said that ain't my fault. I'm sorry.
I told her, I put it like this. I told her, you know what? Go ahead and do what you got to do. But before the
I don't
day
need to
ends,
laugh at
I'm gonna
nobody,
come
man.
and
I'm
collect the
sorry.
$50.
God damn.
Yeah.
Right.
And she didn't pay.
That's when me and Hank came down, and I told Hank, I go, I want you to be there. That way, you
you got a mess out here. And I mean, she went off on both of us. So we just walked away. We're like, hey, you know what? We're not even gonna get the $50. Fuck it. But hopefully she cleaned that mess.
Hey,
She cleaned that mess? No, she didn't.
I got an idea, and let me run this by you
There you go,
because you have
See
been there,
something.
Jose, since
Go
day
click on
one.
something.
What if we moved? What if we moved everybody that sells under the 16th Street Bridge? How do you feel about that?
Can't see, there's no light.
The thing that sucks is half these vendors don't have no lighting.
Damn, guess who
That's
got
on
lights?
them.
Guess who got lights? Guess who got lights?
And where I had set up, that's where Chris had put me at.
I mean,
Because I got invited by Chris.
I got
Yeah, I know you did.
Prophecy got lights.
I
Got Corino.
give it to Chris.
First of all,
Chris,
too. No, for real, I got some lights.
Because he got threats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chris is no.
And I told him, you know what? I'm there for you. You know, don't fucking. Ain't nobody gonna give you no threats.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're the one that put this spot together. Without you, we wouldn't have a spot.
Correct.
You know, people might laugh at it, whatever, whatnot. But honestly, he's the one that put us out
No, I'm
here.
good, G.
Yeah, you're,
You know,
and
we
it's,
gotta thank him.
and I know
And
you've
I ain't
been
trying
there.
to- I ain't trying to take nobody's. You know, if they want to wear the crown, oh yeah, I'm the one that whatever. You know, cool. If you want to wear that crown, make sure that you fucking keep all this area clean too. You know, have helpers out here. You know, you seen me? I pulled all kinds of strings. You know, I had Mint
Yeah,
give us
the trash.
You know, Marcos pulled some SRP boxes. You know, we're all out here as
Oh, there we
writer
go.
community coming together to keep this spot. Because out of every other spot that we've been at, we've been kicked out.
Yep.
Jose,
We've been kicked out.
Jose, could I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
So if I was a vendor and I wanted to be on Jackson Street on a Saturday night, how would I be able to contact you? Do you have an email address? Do you promote? Or do you have to know somebody to know somebody?
I'm always posting up on the Arizona Cruise page.
They can message the page.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
the page.
shit.
I got my business page.
Came in on
You
it.
know, like I had a couple other vendors reach out to me. You know, I have a food vendor that wants to come out and sell her fruit. You know, that's like I told her, hey, you make sure your area is clean, your orange peel, your all that. You're gonna have to walk around with us also.
There's a $50 charge.
You know what I mean? Walk around with us, clean up, and again the $50 charge for the porta pots.
So you don't feel that you don't like the 16th?
I mean, we could do it under there.
We
You
got
know,
lights.
we could fucking if
Prophecy renting them out.
how could I say it? It's all up to the other vendors. If you guys
I
know
got a
this,
couple.
how many vendors have we got on 15th Street? I
Probably
mean,
15,
Hank was the first with Lena.
Yeah.
They don't send up. They're like they're the big spotlights, but
But
they sell
now
them
we
around.
got JJ Tacos. We got you know other vendors coming out. We got this guy that
But
wanted to
if they're
set
a
up
vendor,
on
they should have that
Saturday
shit for their own
that
charge.
has
Like,
40-foot fucking canopy wants to sell clothes out there. I was like, dude. And you said that the dude at the I guess the print shop
Yeah.
gave him permission because he buys his shirts from the print shop.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm like, so I'm like, dude, he's gonna take up a big old area. You know, it's a pretty big pop up that he likes to pop up. Maybe we could throw him underneath the bridge
guts.
because that one's gonna be a big one. I'm honestly, it's almost like I'm gonna say 30 to 40 feet long.
Yeah.
This pop up, and I mean, it's all nothing but clothes. I mean, we could talk to him and throw him under there. We could talk to some of these other vendors that are right there on 15. You know what I mean? It's right there.
Well, it would be easier to keep the street clean, and you're not in front of a business or or whatever. But we got the one thing I came on here and I told Marco that I was coming on here. We need to get united because it's us against the city. And just like it was in Glendale, it was the lowriders against the city, and the city shut us down, and they won because they started ticketing everybody. I don't want a $300 ticket or a moving violation or whatever. And Yeah, but see,
As long as we keep it like this, keep these
y'all don't
guys
wanna
that are
cruise,
clean. Honestly, I just passed up another spot right
What
here,
are y'all gonna do?
closer to the stop
You gonna host
on
events?
what is this, 12th Street? There's a building with the same face character that Marcos had.
You're not gonna do this in
Took off that
Tempe,
one
Scottsdale?
Hey Jose, can you hear me?
You're
Yo,
gonna
what
do
up?
that
Hey, what up, man? It's your boy Mike. I got a couple comments going through the podcast. I want you to answer one of these comments. So one of the comments says, "Why make so much effort for a place that we are banned? Phoenix is banned." Hold on. Jose, I want to read. Okay, could I finish? All right, but could I finish reading it? But could I finish reading it? I gotta finish reading it. Goddamn it, Jose! Let me finish reading this shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all and they have going on. Let me finish reading this shit. Damn. It says, "Why are we gonna make so much effort in a place that are banned in Phoenix? Phoenix is banned from cruising. They came in with helicopters, tow trucks, and they blocked us off. And I'm the only one that remembers this. And I know that maybe there's what do you call it? There's y'all had
Dementia? No.
Hey, yeah. Y'all,
I'm fucking
y'all
around.
definitely had times with this person that is comedy.
So who's my? I'm so confused.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing.
Exactly. That's what it's about.
We are getting together.
Why would we want to go back to Glendale where they're giving people tickets?
Exactly.
I mean,
They gave me a ticket too, and I ain't got a lowrider.
and I already know that. I already got like five cops this road right in front of me. I'm right here still on Jackson.
he's on Jackson.
You're on Jackson right now?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here on 13th Street in Jackson.
Damn.
12th Street,
Hey,
Jackson, right at the stop.
hey, if y'all watching right now, dedicate. Look, he out there right now. Where y'all at? You know what I'm saying?
I did a live video.
Right.
Respect, you go. Damn.
So again,
Hey, hold on. Could I say what's your email? I'm gonna send you the link. Can I send you the link?
So Marisol, again, the invitation to be on the podcast is still open to you and Bonnie both. If you guys don't choose to be on the show with us to get out what's on your mind, said and put out there, let's talk about it and let's get this thing done in a civil manner. There's no reason to be hostility. Or
Cousin
anything
got
like
on there. I see you, family.
Like I said, she could come out here.
What's up, Fanya?
She can come out.
But I'm not gonna go on the podcast either, and just let a chick just go off on her mouth on me. Hell no.
Damn.
Well, that's why you gotta. That's why you gotta come individually. Come yourself without her, and then I want to hear your side. I don't want y'all to be sitting here like on some Jerry Springer shit. I want y'all to speak your piece.
That's the reason you're not gonna go.
Yeah, I mean,
She can't control herself.
you guys seen how she.
I know, but no. I don't want you here. I don't want you here when she's here. I want you to come by yourself when it's just us.
I want all the
Because
hostility.
I don't want to be not proactive. I want to make sure that everybody gets the side of the story. I don't want you to be here when she's here. I want you to be here when just the hosts are here so we can talk, because you know what, man, I really appreciate what you're doing, and I definitely want to get more of your insight, and I definitely want to get you more talking when it's not on the messenger, and let's talk about it, because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is we're trying to close the gap on getting the community together, and let's get a positive cruise where we don't have to have a bunch of people ruining it for anybody, and we want to get it right. So I definitely want to get you on here to talk, so let's talk.
See, look, everything was going good until she actually, got dirty.
I thought this was gonna be a lowrider.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I said, she could calm down. I mean, you guys seen a couple of comments out there.
How about we just keep it to lowriders,
Guys that do run,
vendors?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
Jose.
gonna give me a food truck with some rims.
You know,
Hey,
Switches.
Jose, I got a question for you, man. Like Mike was saying, man, we would like to have you on the show, man, where we can sit here in person and talk, like we're doing right now with Jeff. It'll be a lot better verbally and communicating through the podcast so that we can, sit down and talk about it. We do want to hear your side and we want to hear her side, man. We are, unfortunately, she came on the podcast and started some stuff, man, and not unfortunately, I should say, she wants to be heard.
That's why.
Yeah, and I'm happy you chimed in, man, and we wanted to get everybody's side of it, but we weren't trying to make the podcast, or at least this podcast, about a certain individual or what that certain individual did. We were just trying to get the take about the Arizona Cruise Night web Facebook page and stuff like that, and see and stuff like that. So we would really love to have you on the show, man. If you want to be on next week, we're here on Wednesdays at 8:00, man. Once you on the information, you can hit me up. My name is Chris Bowles on Facebook. Or you can hit up the Live Ride Podcast and leave us a message on there. We'd be more than happy to have you here, man, and talk about what's going on and what you guys got going on and stuff like that. We also want to hear from Bonnie. We want to hear from Bonnie Soul. We want to hear from a lot of people. Anybody that, and like I keep repeating this, it's an open forum. It's an open invitation to anybody that wants to come on here and see what they got to say or have something that they want to say about the community or what they're doing in the community and stuff like that, man. So I appreciate you taking the time out and chiming in and letting us know what's going on and stuff like that. I wasn't aware that the vendors were paying $50 until we had this conversation today.
Yeah, that was
So I
so
really
me.
appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys, keeping the spot clean and help regulate it and stuff. And that was one of the questions we had earlier for Jeff was, who can we contact? If somebody wants to go out there and be a vendor, who can we contact
Or send them to.
or direct them to?
It's either Hank would usually throw it at me because it all depends on the vendor. Like since this happened, we both pretty much have to say yes or no.
Okay.
Because I brought Hank in. He hit me up. I told him, yeah, come out. Like I said, the other Gina was the other one that came out here.
All right.
And so we're like pretty much the first three vendors out here, and I mean,
So
as long
you.
as they could keep their stuff clean, and I'm gonna say this now, since you guys brought that up, we'll be throwing you under the bridge.
That means
You guys brought
safest.
it up. I mean, you guys want more parking? More, I do need to get help from Jeff and Marcos and Hank, to help me push them under that bridge.
Okay, yeah, we'll reinforce
Invest
it.
into some lights.
So Saturday, when the vendors come, they have to set up under the bridge. Or else, it'll just be easier to keep the spot clean, Jose. You know that.
Well,
Yeah.
we got a comment here that says both vendors or all vendors need to have permits, which they don't. So
We do.
stop.
We do. I do. I mean, I pull everything out. I got my food handler's card. I got my permits to be a street vendor. That's why I do most of all these car shows. You gotta, in order to be out in anywhere public, you gotta pull out your permit. I got a ghost kitchen that I go and cook my biryani at. You gotta have that. You gotta have a concession kitchen. You can't just cook out of your own kitchen unless you got a trailer.
Yeah.
I ain't got a trailer, so I gotta go to a ghost kitchen to prep all my food there and then bring it out.
And
If you guys notice, look at all the ice chests that I have. Everything is at temperature. I never had a complaint. I never had a low grade for my vending. Every time the health inspectors came around, I always had a vaccine class. You know what I mean? I never felt that.
Let's go then.
But half of these other vendors, I know the trailer vendor, in order to be out in a food trailer, you gotta have your permit. Now, if it's up to date, I do not know.
yeah.
I need to get, with everybody to help me. If you ain't fucking permitted and your permits ain't up up to date, you know, you can vent.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a food vendor, I mean, I'm gonna give her a tip. You know, her food wasn't on temperature. All her food was.
Hey, you ate it? Did you eat her food? Did you eat your food?
Hey, Marty, so answer yes or no. You want to be on the show next week? Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Answer, comment real quick, yes or no, and we'll get you connected.
On the yacht.
Hey, Jose, man, we gonna link up with
Right
you,
there.
man. We about to coming close to the end of the show. We gonna link up with you, man. Let's get you in the studio so we can talk more. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk more when you come in the studio and let's talk, man. We in West Phoenix. You can more than welcome to always
Yeah.
come. Get in live and direct, man. Yeah, come on. And let's
Tell
talk.
me where you're at, roughly.
We're around 59th and Thomas. All right, cool. Yeah, so let's do this thing, man. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and switch.
Hey,
I'm gonna go ahead and
I'll call
switch
you
topics
back. We're
right
gonna
now,
switch topics.
and I'm gonna
Okay, thanks, Jose.
I'm gonna-
All right, bye.
I'm gonna go ahead and say a couple of things that a couple people asked me to go ahead and promote. So first and foremost, keeping it old school, July 1st, 2023, from 5 to 11, man, at Grand Avenue Pizza, 6729 North, 57 Drive in Glendale. Hot performers and more. Registration and move-ins from 3 to 5. Entry fees, $20 lowriders and motorcycles, $10 pedal cars and bikes. For more information, call Johnny LaZoya 623-377-2001. We also have American Family Fields of Phoenix, 3805 North 53 Avenue in Phoenix, Saturday, July 1st, 7 p.m. Ray Carrion, the Latin All-Stars, our guests are performing. Do your thing there. And then also on July 2nd, they have Just Sell It Automotive Swap Meet, which is at the Glendale Community College, GCC, 6000 West Olive Avenue, Glendale, Arizona, 85302. It's from 4 a.m. to noon. Victory Lane Sports Complex, 22603 North 43rd Avenue. It's a car show, Art of Noise, and that's on Independence Day, in which it's really not. It's on July 3rd. Go ahead and tune into that, man. And then All American Car Show, 4th of July, open to American vehicles, only 50 spaces, registered at the website on the group. It's in Mesa. And then also First Friday, cultural art vendors, DJ Damien Food, Friday, July 7th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. 918 North 2nd Street, Phoenix, AZ 85004, Roosevelt to Portland. And they're also seeking
Mighty
sponsors.
Sausage.
Go ahead and hit their Gmail up, man. Those are the things we got going on right now. We got a couple other people going. We have a couple comments going. At the end of the day, we want to promote any events going out there. Obviously, this has been definitely a touchy subject because there's going to be a lot of back and forth. But we're going to keep it going, and we're going to try to do what we have to do accordingly. We're going to bring those people in that we have to do accordingly. We're going to try to smooth it out. That's what we got to do. So for this weekend, Saturday's event, keeping it old school at Grand Avenue Pizza, 57th Drive off of Grand Avenue and American Family Fields of Phoenix, Light Up the Sky, Rocky Padilla, and many others. So that's dope, man. Shout out to Malo. I see Malo out there always promoting events and stuff. I hit him up. He said he's just out there casual doing his thing, man. And you know what I'm saying? So much love to him. We got Miss Phoenix 420 saying not hating, but if they're asking it from everyone, then everyone needs to have them. I'm a vendor and I have to deal with haters too. You know what? Haters are everywhere in the world. We're going to keep it moving. All we want to do is move it accordingly. And that's what that is. So, you know, with that being said,
Hey,
we're just going to keep it moving.
yeah. Can I say something here?
Hey, Let's go.
I ain't had shit to say. I just want to say, nigga, you sound like a goddamn run on train. God damn.
On the flex.
You know what I'm saying? Let us get a breath in here. You know,
Okay.
that's because he rap fast, man. He do everything. He just be talking. You know what I mean? He don't never let a brother like me get on here. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
real quick,
Look, here we go.
my boy. Oh, my bad. My boy.
No, I
Brad-
ain't saying nothing.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
My boy, I know, right? My boy Brandon Hills, remember we were talking about the flask himself? He said, thank you. I'm the one that sold the flask. I was asked not to set up a table. He said I could put it up on the back of my truck or hood. So I respected the guy's wishes. It wasn't that hard to respect it. And I appreciate the words about you. Hey, man. That
And
shit
you
was
got
dope.
some of my money that night.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Hey, Brian Hills, man. Shout out to you.
Hey,
That shit was dope.
Brian.
Hey, I recently just bought a Lincoln, 96 Lincoln, baby.
So and he had one too. Yeah, you got to go get the
Hey,
link.
Brian Hills, if you have anything Lincoln, like a keychain, a flask, whatever you have, man, holla at your boy. I got you. I'll buy one, man. Holla at me, man. Hey, all at the end of the day, it's all love, man. We're not sitting here trying to promote no hatred. We're not trying to promote on who's
Where you at?
arguing with who does this, who's that. At the end of the day, what we're trying to do out here in Phoenix is we just want to make sure that everybody
Your
is
house,
sitting
man.
there. Hey.
I'm going.
Are we sitting here talking? Or are we sitting here conversing?
Where you talking? You been doing all the goddamn talking. We talking.
Yeah, man.
Nah, damn.
Is this
Yeah.
Mike Live Ride Podcast?
It's live. It's Mike Live Ride.
Right.
Mike Live
Just
Ride.
I thought it was live mic.
Live Ride
Yeah,
Podcast.
like Mike Live Mike. All
I thought it
that.
was live
Mike's
mic.
live, man. Mike's always
Anyway,
live.
let me shut the hell up.
Damn. Can't you say nigga? You sound like old girl that was on here yelling and shit. God damn.
Is your middle name Bobby?
Bonnie.
Bonnie. Yeah. So, anyway, back to somewhat of the lowrider subject. It's been a very eventful night tonight. Needless to say, we had some excited guests on. That was not expected. But hey, man, that's what we're about, though.
It was a live show tonight. It was live tonight, baby.
We got to bring aware of both sides, good and bad sides, man. And
I didn't know the bad was gonna be like that, but you know.
And Monty Soul, she did agree to come on the show. So next Wednesday,
Oh yeah,
it's your time to
I
shine.
got you, girl.
Wednesday at 8:00, we will be getting in contact with you. Yes, Mike.
Let's make sure, because I think I got a model coming from.
Oh, that's right.
I have a model coming in from next week that she's just been modeling a bunch of lowriders.
Mighty Soul, you're gonna have to wait.
Let's make sure that it's not booked up. Mighty Self,
Sorry,
for real.
bro.
I want to make sure it's not booked up. I do got.
This is why he do all the talking, because he got all the dates and shit. We, you know, he back in. I don't do all that.
Yeah. So once again, it is open invitation to anybody that has anything to say. Obviously, you can count by tonight.
Yeah, hit the Palm
We
Pilot.
talk about everything and anything. And if there's certain subject that we were trying to tap around, that certain subject that was brought up. That's why we were bringing up the
I forgot
Boom.
one that got something was
Boom.
De La Rosa's second annual backpack driving giveaway at 10 a.m. July 29th. Save the date. If you'd like to donate
Boom.
or be a sponsor. 602-518-4080.
Gang.
School supplies giveaway, man. Always show love to the kids, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And they also got a toy drive in Almirage December 16th. Make sure y'all look out for that. Just to let y'all know, man, I really do appreciate and really do feel the love on the whole community and stuff. I do want to let you guys know right now that even though Live Right Podcast is super involved in the community and all that stuff, I have no affiliation of what's going on Jackson Street. I have gotten about 5 fucking vendors since I've been talking, asking me if they can promote their businesses on the street, and I would like to be that voice, but I'm not. I hope y'all the best. I will send y'all information to the person appropriate, but from then, I'm really not that person.
Or just come get on the show.
Yeah, I definitely promote you. Before all this happens, before we end up and everything, if you have a few minutes, I want to go back to Jeff. Hey, you know what?
Yeah, Jeffy Jet.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot to do with the Facebook group, Jackson Street, the cruise, and everything that's going on. But I want to take a few minutes to ask about you.
Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't get to interview you, man.
How
What car are you? I want to know a lot of shit. Go ahead.
I want to know.
Go
How did you start with the lowrider community? What do you be cruising? And just your overall, like, your love and everything with the lowrider community. Now it's Jeff's time. But start moving on to everything else, man. I want to know about you.
As everybody hangs up. And
Now that we got 2 followers.
I love music. I'm no different than any of you guys. I love cruising. I love music. I love bass and all the old school songs, all the new stuff. I like the women. Man, there's some really nice women out
My
there.
man Jet.
But all kidding aside,
That's
this,
shit.
the lowriding community is so divided and so negative. We got to stop this, or you know what, Chris? It's all going to go away.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I came on here to say, let's be better people. Let's leave this spot better. How I got into lowriding is a buddy of mine in high school. He's actually a DJ for 98 KUPD. Now his name's Brett Vesley. Me and Brett Vesley were tight in high school. We went to Gilbert. We started doing lowriding.
They had a high school out there back then?
Oh yeah, where all the horses and everything, you know.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, yeah, I did have rodeos and sport.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
When
But me and Brett start getting into cars and trucks and this. He bought a 54 Ford F100 pickup.
I'm sorry.
And we cruised in that. And when I graduated high school, a guy came into a place that I was working. I was selling woodworking equipment and wood and stuff. And a guy came in and said, I want to buy a table saw, but I have to sell this truck. And I go, well, what do you got? And he goes, I got a 55 Ford F100 that's been sitting in my backyard since 1972. Well, that was, and now it's 1982 or 92, excuse me, 20 years. So I traded him a table saw for this 55 Ford.
How did it that?
And it turned into it was an $800 saw that turned into an $80,000 adventure because, yeah.
You put 80,000?
Yeah.
Woo, big
when
dog.
you see it, you'll see it. Yeah. But I got married, got divorced 9 years ago, had a girlfriend that wasn't in the lowriding, and now we're parted ways last year. And I came back to the lowriding community, and Andy Sage, Derek, Big Tone, all these guys were like, hey, I want to photograph your truck. And can she sit in there? Can she do this? And Andy, Derek, all these photographers, they're awesome. And they're like, hey, are you coming out next week? Yeah. And I've been coming out solid. And then all of a sudden, Glendale got shut down. And Chris and a bunch of other guys said, let's go to Jackson. We were drag racing in the 90s down Jackson on the weekends because nobody was there. It's all industrial. And now look what's happened. Everybody's getting greedy over the money or vending, or you can't do this and you can't. All I want to do is see cars, music, and ladies.
Hey, let's go, Jeff. Yeah.
So it's funny when it comes to this, like, oh, I want to have that. But same thing with me. My daddy, when I was younger, he had a 1960 Ford F100. It was a unibody.
Oh yeah.
I just
they're fucking very rare.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That was a straight 6, 3 on the tree.
For sure.
Yeah.
Some dude.
I'm working on it.
$200.
Working on Eileen. I'm working on
He
it.
told my daddy, he said, I forgot what the story was. But I think he was on some pills. Honestly, I don't think it was a crackhead. Or, he was so much on pills. He
How
told my
young
dad,
are
I think
you?
it was $200 or $300 though. You give me $300, you can have this truck. The only thing is the battery's dead and there's 2 flat tires or something like that. So shit, I'll take it.
Yeah.
gave you $300.
We got a comment that says all these
Somebody
men
said-
looking at these young ladies with the cringe face. I guess that's what that is.
But
But
old though.
and what ladies are young because some of you guys are as old as us.
yeah, and first of all, I mean, what kind of young
If
ladies
it
like
was somebody that's under 30s making this comment, it would be relevant, but because it's not, it's irrelevant. So you want to take it out.
I mean, if this was like a 14-year-old, I'd be like, well, you need to be with your
No,
parents by
they-
their car.
Yeah, they need
That's
to be-
Miss
yeah, no,
Phoenix
that's
420.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've seen Phoenix 420. Don't be trying to play. I say you've been on this show.
She's gonna be on the show, or she was on the show, right?
Yeah, I got I got some business cards right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it act funny. Anyways, I had
wait a minute. So she was already on
my
the
daddy
show?
had the
that's
Ford
right.
F400
Yeah.
unibody, straight six, through in the tree, and
Kind
I
of
thought
a
it was
different
the
name on
fucking baddest shit in the
Yeah.
world. He had painted it primer with the white top, and then one time we had he wanted to be a Lolo, so he was like, "Hey, listen, I'm a kid. I'm over here. I'm like 10 years old. And this is many moons ago. He was like, I want this motherfucker a Lolo." So we flipped the leaf springs, and he was driving us to school with like this. And I'm like, this shit supposed to feel like this? He's like, this is a Lolo. You got in the jail.
She said, "How's it creepy?" He was describing. I mean, damn, he can't look at no ladies. What kind of like? I mean, like
You just talking about me?
no,
Oh.
because he was talking about looking at the
Oh.
ladies. Well, I mean,
Okay, look at
if you single and you got a Lolo, and he was getting pictures of his car, so obviously they want to be in there, and there's a lot of gold diggers out here. So, I mean, is it creepy that y'all looking at him for his car, or is it creepy that y'all taking a picture and I mean, he looking at you? Figure it out.
Yeah.
Shit, if he got, hey man, nah, fuck that. If you got your car, and they want to take a picture in front of it. Hey, you of age and take a picture. If you're not, then go get your parents.
Happens all the time.
It
Yeah,
does.
out anywhere.
Yep.
But what I was gonna say, any of the new guys out there, if you're not following Arizona Cruise Nights on Facebook, please join in on the Facebook Arizona Cruise Nights. We also have an Arizona Cruise Nights Instagram,
All
but we
these
just
models are
post
little
pictures
girls.
and videos on there, So
All these models are little girls.
no, they're all over 18.
That's one of the comments that was up there. See?
Yeah.
You know what?
Mrs. 420.
At those times, I don't even entertain
'Cause
that
Right.
because we have a model coming in next week that is more
Not a
than
little
just over the age of 18, and it's funny because people like that automatically assume that it comes to the age situation where there's the lady that I was talking to that we're gonna talk to next week. She models for lowrider bikes. She also does music videos. She also tries to do acting. She's been doing a lot of things. So that's some people's careers. So not only thinking that it's, hey, this is what the take is on it. You know what? Some people have a different perspective, and that's what it is.
I mean, that's just crazy to say though.
Yeah, it's all good. You know what? No matter what you say, Live Right Podcast, man, go ahead and like. If you're listening right now, go ahead and search Live Right Podcast. Like the page, share the page. We're gonna be here every Wednesday,
Oh,
man.
man.
It's gonna be great. So other than that, man, y'all have a great night, man. We with my boy Jeff, Chris B, Rizzy, man. It's been a great night, man. Y'all keep going.